Richard, it's a pleasure to see you today. We've known each other for over 20 years, both of us focus on market transitions. It's truly an honor to talk about innovation and how you change the world.
It goes without saying that the same thoughts bounce back to you. I mean, it's been extraordinary what you've created and achieved, and great to be working with you on this project now. So looking forward to making an announcement in a minute.
Well, you know, I'm a believer in tech for good, but it's also very humbling for me because you took a risk on our state, my home state. It's something that I think can result in inclusive jobs, can really give the state momentum to become a startup state in so many ways. And Hyperloop represents that dream for us in so many different aspects.
Yeah, I mean, your state competed with 17 other states. You put your more than your best foot forward, to try to sort of build a really fantastic innovation center in your state. Could make a big difference for the future.
Yeah, it is exciting in so many ways. I'm very familiar with what you're doing with Hyperloop in India, in the Middle East, throughout Europe, etc. And for the U.S. To keep one key location or build on it. But one thing, Richard, I've never seen before. I've never seen a national government, a state government, the governor, the Speaker of the House, the Senate President, the President of the universities, all the business leaders, the citizens, grasp, and our 2 U.S. senators all coming together to say, here's what could be done. Here's what we could do by dreaming together. And that enthusiasm really is infectious in terms of building on it. And so let me turn it to you in terms of the announcement today. I think everybody's waiting in terms of what state it's going to be.
Well, the Hyperloop Certification Center will be in the state of West Virginia. And I'm, for one, looking forward to coming to open it with John in the not so distant future. So very, very exciting day, and congratulations to everybody from West Virginia and from the United States.
Well, it's exciting because it's really the foundation. It captures the innovation of our state, and it forced us to think out of the box and to dream. And Richard, we're learning how to dream again, and then make dreams come true with a very united front. You know, before you go, I want to thank you personally. You've always had the ability to dream. We share so many things. We're both dyslexic, but we catch market transitions. You're catching one now. For us, it could transform our state and be the model for other states throughout the central part and southeastern part of the United States in terms of what's possible. You create a win-win environment. I'm honored to be a small part of that, and you're helping our dream come true. You and your team have already found it out, but you'll find it out even more. West Virginia is truly almost heaven.
I'm looking forward to coming to heaven and seeing you there. Cheers.
Thank you, my friend.
Congratulations on the selection of Tucker County, West Virginia, as a location of the new Hyperloop Certification Center. This is a testament to the hard work of Governor Justice, Senators Capito and Manchin, and others in West Virginia's government, business, and academic communities. Hyperloop technology is one of the many new developments during this historic period of transportation innovation. This wave of innovation also includes drones, electric cars, autonomous vehicles, reusable rockets, and quieter supersonic air travel. And because many of these new technologies span different modes of transportation, we created the Non-Traditional and Emerging Transportation Technology, or NET Council, in 2019. The NET Council addresses safety and regulatory challenges presented by cross-modal technologies. The Council decided that since many Hyperloop proposals use rail or maglev technology, primary oversight should go to the Federal Railroad Administration, providing certainty to the innovators. We also kicked off work on standards development for these technologies, as well as best practices for safe operations. Hyperloop developers now know where they can go to get questions answered and what to expect from the federal government. So they'll be able to spend less time on government paperwork and more time on making Hyperloop systems fast, efficient, and above all, safe. Congratulations once again to Tucker County for having achieved this amazing and historic milestone.
Hello, everyone. I'm Governor Jim Justice, and I'm coming to you live today from the governor's reception room. And I know we're going out to the whole world. You know, it is an incredible day for West Virginia. And I say to all my team and all those that put in all the licks to make this happen, we did it. We did it. And so we're honored beyond belief. We're proud beyond belief. And so today, from the standpoint of a 1 year's journey and plus and everything, we welcome Hyperloop to West Virginia, to Grant and Tucker County. Absolutely, we welcome them with the most open arms, and we're so proud of this great, great day, not only for West Virginia, but for our nation and for the world. You know, sitting right to the right of me is our CEO, Jay Walder, and Jay and I have gotten to be friends. You know, they are absolutely committed to West Virginia, you know, to bring Virgin Hyperloop, their certification center to West Virginia, is going to create literally thousands of jobs and thousands upon thousands of opportunities for West Virginia. It is unbelievable what Secretary Chao, the Trump team, all of our great legislators, our senators, all the people that have put in all the licks and everything, but especially my team and all of our secretaries and everything, from the standpoint of all their great work. I can never thank them enough. And today I think of my dad an awful lot. You know, my dad was a dreamer. My dad was a graduate of Purdue University, and he was an engineer, an absolute aeronautical engineer, an engineer that came right out of Purdue and went right into the Air Force and became a captain in World War II. You know, an engineer of a group of people that were heroes in this country beyond belief. But Dad was a dreamer. And I wish so much, and I believe in my heart that he's watching right now. I can see all the different things in his research and development companies and the things that he would do in working on inventing new mousetraps that would make America and the world better. You know, Dad taught me so much. He taught me, you know, that if you can't get it done in 24 hours a day, you got to work nights. He taught me that if you can't, inspect something, don't ever expect anything. He taught me really and truly the difference between right and wrong and honor and telling the truth. And so I think so much of my dad today. But this is such a big, big thing. It is truly cutting edge technology. It is truly about way more than just West Virginia or our nation. It is about transforming transportation. It is an idea. It is America at its best for the entire world. So I can't possibly be more proud. And if any of you are wondering, well, West Virginia, how could it be West Virginia? I would tell you this, if you don't know West Virginia and you're out listening to this or seeing this all over the world, you need to ask about West Virginia. West Virginia is changing, and West Virginia is on the move. It is now the diamond in the rough that everybody missed. It has absolutely a peoples that if you were here, you would see a loving and appreciative people that absolutely will embrace you in every way. They're craftsmen, and they're really smart. They're really smart people. You would see the most incredible Four Seasons that you could ever be. You would absolutely see a place where you could live or maybe bring your businesses to that would be safe. You would absolutely see a place that's within 600 miles of 2/3 of the population of our country. and it abounds in natural resources, but more than anything, the treasure is our people. So absolutely, I want everyone to ask about West Virginia, but today is a day to celebrate Virgin Hyperloop coming to West Virginia. It is validation for West Virginia in so many ways. It is a dream. It is exactly just that. You see, my dad was a dreamer, and he was a believer, and I am too. Because as we do big things, big creative things can happen, and we can bring them right here to West Virginia. So Jay, I can never thank you enough, sir, absolutely, for believing that this dream can be true and come true and then be true for America and for the world forever and a day. But very selfishly, I say today, for West Virginia. So thank you so much, and thank you all those that have put in the licks to make this happen. You know, I believed it. I believed it from day one, and you know, and lo and behold, it's here. It's here, West Virginia. So thank you so much, and thank you to all those that are watching out through the world. Ask about West Virginia. You'll really be surprised.
Well, Governor Justice, thank you. Thank you for your partnership on this historic unveiling that we're having here today. You know, at your State of the State address, you said that you would do everything in your power to bring us here to West Virginia. And you're a man of your word. It worked. I am absolutely thrilled that we are here. You know, I've worked in the transportation industry for decades. You've assembled here today. Specifically, I want to take a moment to thank Senator Capito, Senator Manchin, Congressman McKinley, Congresswoman Miller, Congressman Mooney. Your work, your cooperation has been so important to us, and we look forward to continuing our partnership in this regard. Everyone that is gathered here today has a strong vision for America, a vision that's starting right here in West Virginia. It's a vision that can truly change how we live, how we work, how we move. And it begins with this Hyperloop Certification Center, which has the power to transform an entire industry. Now, this isn't the first time in American history that we've shared a vision that has changed the world. You know, about 200 miles northeast of here, there were two brothers, bicycle repairmen, and they had a vision for their time. What started in a garage in Dayton, Ohio, what took flight in the Outer Banks of North Carolina, came to revolutionize the world in the 20th century in Los Angeles, where in 2017, we built the first Hyperloop pod. And now it's time that we take that journey forward and we turn that technology into something that Americans can use. Today, we lay the foundation for commercial deployment and operations across the United States of America and beyond. I want to say that I am particularly excited to work in partnership with the people of West Virginia. And admittedly, I've learned a lot through this process about West Virginia that I just didn't learn as a kid growing up in New York City. There's a history here that's defined by hardworking people. There's grit and determination that can't be overstated. And what we're doing is bringing a new industry straight to the place where West Virginians once mined. I mean, this is innovation. It's taking something old and it's making it new. But let me also be clear that this is a national vision. The Hyperloop Certification Center will pave the way for Hyperloop systems across the United States and around the world. It's the first step to commercial projects that we're already discussing in states like Texas, Ohio, Missouri, Washington State, and North Carolina. As a practical matter, to do something like we're doing right now, the public and the private sector have to work together. We have to work in partnership. Secretary Chao had the foresight to create the Net Council, and it's been hugely important to companies like ours. It gives us a one-stop shop to be able to go and get the guidance that we need from the United States Department of Transportation, the leader in Hyperloop. My thanks go out to you, Madam Secretary, for everything that you are doing. Now, just as those bicycle repairmen brought forth a vision for their time, it's time for us to have a vision for our time. A vision of a dynamic transportation network that is safe. A vision of a system that will move people and cargo at 670 miles per hour. A vision of a system that will do that without polluting the air. That's a vision that I think we can share all across this country. And I am so excited that we are starting that vision right here in West Virginia. Thank you.
We're connecting Chicago to Columbus and Pittsburgh. Within 1 day's drive time, we reach over 50% of the U.S. and parts of Canada. So imagine what that could do if we had Hyperloop.
It's been a fun evolution of this project. So we were lucky to leverage a local global engineering firm in Black & Veatch to build the feasibility study, complete that. And since the completion of that study, things have really taken off. I think it really validated the fact that this could happen in Missouri. And that got the interest of our state elected officials. And it's only natural that that conversation would be taken to the federal level.
The most exciting thing about Hyperloop is, to me, is the flexibility that comes with the project. Rather than being one giant train set, we have this kind of ability to aggregate and distribute passengers and freight.
We know that our cities are becoming more dense. We're becoming much more of an urban country, and as such, moving population is incredibly important. The congestion that we face every day.
We know it's going to be a clean environment. It's going to be fast, high-speed transportation. It's going to be extremely constructible.
And I know the goal here is to be able to build this Hyperloop system to be comparable to building an interstate highway system.
The certification center is still just the beginning, because the eventual goal is to use this tool to have commercial Hyperloops around the country and around the world. We see the certification center as this base of Hyperloop technology and of testing, and the states that we've moved forward to this point with really get that, and they see how this can be really transformative for their state to basically become this hub of the technology.
Well, first of all, let me say thank you to everybody that's been so important to this tremendous project that we're going to have in West Virginia, to the governor and his staff, to basically my colleagues, Senator Capito, and all of our congressional representation, but most importantly to Virgin Hyperloop for making the decision that they have made that West Virginia is the place to be. So to Sir Richard Branson, to Jay, and to Mike and the entire Hyperloop team, thank you. I think it's a wise decision. It's one that you won't regret, and it's one that's going to have many, many rewards for you all. To Gordon Gee, WVU, and his team at West Virginia University, thank you for your diligent work and your team effort. To John Chambers and our favorite son and his entire team. Thank you, John, for always believing in West Virginia and always being there for us. We appreciate that. There's so much to be said about this and the opportunities it brings to Tucker County, to all West Virginia. Just to think that the certification center for the United States is going to be in Tucker County, West Virginia, almost heaven, as we all know. That's pretty special on top of everything else that's happening. And I think that the people that come here, the technicians, the people that are seeing West Virginia for the first time, is going to bring more economic development to our state. John Kennedy once said when the centennial in 1963, the sun might not always shine. It was raining very, very horribly that day, and he was standing on the steps here at the Capitol. He said the sun might not always shine in West Virginia, but the people do. And it's the people of West Virginia and the open welcome and the way that we welcome people to our state and bring you into our homes makes the difference of people that want to be here. And I've always said this: the state of West Virginia appreciates every job we have, every opportunity for every job that comes to West Virginia. But when you bring this type of notoriety to our state, showing that the brain trust of the communications world, the brain trust of basically the transportation world, and you think about the people that came to West Virginia first, traveling over the mountains, coming into the Alleghenies, basically making that journey was unbelievable. And then the railroads, some of the first railroads. In 1840, the B&O Railroad came into West Virginia, forging through mountains, building bridges across chasms. So transportation is in our blood. And then when you think in the 1960s at Morgantown, West Virginia, the MRT system, Mass Rapid Transit, that was a prototype that they were going to try to see if we could move people in basically a virtual setting in some very challenging terrain. That worked extremely well, and it's still operating today. And now to see that the Virgin Hyperloop has chosen West Virginia because they know that we have a long history of making things happen. So we've been a state, we've been a place that if it's hard work is required, we're there. If it's innovative and creative ideas, we've got them. And if you want someone that'll be your best partner, it's us in West Virginia. We've proven it time and time again. I said my previous job before senator was being governor of this great state, and I know Governor Justice feels the same way. It's the greatest job in the world because so much can be done. But let me tell you what it really does. It gives us the opportunity to brag about West Virginia, who we are, the people we are, the resolute that we have, and the determination that we've had. We were forged out of the Civil War in 1861. I've always said this to my counterparts in Virginia. We didn't leave. You all left. We stayed true to the Union, and we're true to this great country today. So we'll always be there. And then we have grown as a state. We have expanded. We have built a tremendous industry in West Virginia. And I've said this, the proud thing about West Virginia is this. We have the most patriotic people in the nation. We have more veterans per capita than most any state. Fought in more wars and conflicts, shed more blood, lost more lives for the cause of freedom than most any state. We've done the heavy lifting and never complained. Mined the coal, forged the steel, made the guns and ships and factories to build America. And the good Lord basically blessed us with the greatest venues in the world. And when you come here, you'll want to stay. Virgin Hyperloop is here to stay. I thank you, Jay. I thank Governor Justice. I thank my colleagues for all the hard work that brought this here. This is a team effort. Politics are not involved because you know why? We all win. This is a win-win for West Virginia. No matter what your politics may be, this is good. And this is going to be something that we're all going to be proud of, to show off this great state, our great state. And to all of you who haven't been here, please come. You'll enjoy. And I know you'll want to stay. Thank you, and God bless each and every one of you.
Well, it is indeed my pleasure to join with the Virgin Hyperloop team, Governor Justice and your team, Senator Manchin, and all of the good hard work that has come into what is a really glorious announcement today. It is a beautiful fall day here in West Virginia, and the fall colors are really starting to pop. But I can imagine up on that mountain in Grant and Tucker County, there's more than just fall colors that are popping. There's a prideful bunch of West Virginians all across this state who joined together to see the culmination of so much hard work. So I say welcome to West Virginia, Jay. Welcome back. You've been here many times. Welcome, Sir Richard, to West Virginia. You'll never regret your decision because of the great folks that you're going to be here, that you're going to employ, and then the great minds that you've invested in by choosing West Virginia for our Virgin Hyperloop. I was actually thinking about the name Hyperloop, and I really like that for West Virginia because it's an action term. It's a future, it's a vision, and that's what the Virgin Hyperloop folks have done by choosing to build the Hyperloop Certification Center in Tucker and Grant County. It just seems like the possibilities are so endless here. But one of the things that I've learned in working with the team is they were so impressed that we all get together, we all get along, we all working in the same vein to try to do what's best for West Virginia in terms of job creation, changing our vision for where our economic future is, working together with our educational institutions to make sure that we're not just competitive. Because, West Virginians always like to compete, but you know what we really like to do? We really like to win. Don't we, Governor? We really like to win. And so with working with Senator Manchin is always, we work very well together along with the governor and the rest of the congressional delegations. When something like this comes across our desk, we recognize how absolutely game-changing this will be. So you look at what the possibilities are. Great jobs. We're at a perfect intersection of DC, Midwest, New England. We've got some of the hardest working people in the country, probably globally, that will never let you down in terms of expectations and drive and commitment. We have a business-friendly climate that I think was recognized. And we also have that low cost of living and beautiful open spaces that in this environment, boy, do we appreciate that more than ever. And so we want to couple this with our tourism industry, our educational institutions, the research and development that comes with the technology to create a whole new way to travel in this country. So I am very proud of what we're going to see as broader development around this. It's research teams working at WVU and other institutions that are really going to be the driving force to not just where we are today, but where we're going to be a year from today. We're going to be working, and a lot of this has to do with the regulatory environment and what happens in Washington. I'm so glad that Secretary Chao was able to join us virtually because I think that shows a commitment at the highest levels of the hub of transportation of where we see this project going in the future. So again, I would just like to personally thank the Virgin Hyperloop team. I would also like to thank Corby Robertson and his team at National Resource Partners. This would not be possible without their vision for Tucker and Grant counties in West Virginia, but also for their generosity in trying to figure out a way to make it work here in West Virginia. So I'm very excited to see where we go from here, all the endless possibilities. As we know, West Virginia University has been absolutely critical here. John Chambers and his commitment to our state is critical as well. And so it's my honor and pleasure to introduce the next speaker, who is a good friend to all of us, in particular to me, and that is our West Virginia University President, Gordon Gee.
Well, thank you, Senator. This is an incredible day for West Virginia. Indeed, it is an incredible day for the world. The vision and technology that our friends at Virgin Hyperloop are developing will benefit us on a global scale. And how wonderful it is that the Mountain State will share in its evolution. I believe this announcement is important for three reasons. First, it demonstrates that West Virginia can compete on the national stage in bringing innovation and creative thinking to advance the needs of society. I believe this project is to ground transportation as the moon landing is to space exploration. It will change how we live and prosper in ways yet simply unimagined. Second, it offers us the ability to enhance our work in the areas of high tech and entrepreneurship. Often, our talent must leave the state to pursue careers in these fields. This partnership with Hyperloop will allow us to not only keep, but attract the talent eager to be part of this new exploration into public transportation. And third, it provides us the opportunity to collaborate, particularly within higher education. There is no greater learning lab than what we will build here in West Virginia. Today, then, is a day for celebration and West Virginia University is grateful for the opportunity this partnership brings. I know that I am not alone in that sentiment. I will now turn to my friend and colleague, Marshall University President Jerry Gilbert.
Thank you to my friend President Gee. I could not agree more with you, Gordon. It is truly a wonderful day for West Virginia, our nation, and the world. Marshall University is honored to be a part of this global announcement. It's so exciting to be here today, not just to help Hyperloop develop and test this technology and to celebrate the economic benefits to the state, but to also realize that we are at the gates of history. We, as West Virginians, are going to help shape a revolution in transportation and be first through the gate to ride this next technology into the future. Marshall University is eager to join President Gee's consortium to support, develop, and implement Hyperloop's mission and give our students and campus communities opportunities to grow their skills while helping to grow our economy. We will leverage our expertise in our Advanced Manufacturing Center, RCBI, along with our university research and external engagement teams, as well as our College of Business and our College of Engineering and Computer Sciences, to assist with helping our state's talent grow and Hyperloop succeed here in West Virginia. Higher education institutions are hubs for research, innovation, and talent. Colleges and universities help build and strengthen our communities, and in partnership with Hyperloop, the awesome opportunity to build the communities of the future is now at our doorstep. Higher ed is ready, Marshall is ready, WVU is ready, and the state of West Virginia is ready. Thank you and welcome to West Virginia. You are going to love it here.
Good morning. My name is Corby Robertson, owner of Western Pocahontas Properties. It is a pleasure to be part of this momentous occasion taking place in West Virginia today. I want to thank everyone involved for your vision and leadership to make this project possible. And to Virgin Hyperloop, the Western Pocahontas Property Team welcomes you to West Virginia. My team and I are pleased to be part of making this great project a reality in West Virginia. The Western Pocahontas Properties is donating over 800 acres of land in Grant and Tucker County to the West Virginia University Foundation in partnership with Virgin Hyperloop. It is also important to note that today's announcement of Virgin Hyperloop isn't really the beginning of this story. Western Pocahontas Properties have been working diligently with Virgin Hyperloop's team because we were all committed to environmentally sensitive development of the property. As a part of the process, Western Pocahontas employed some of the world's best environmental planners, including SWCA Environmental Consultants and Planned Environment, Inc., and others to ensure this new development would complement the area's uniqueness and beauty. This thorough planning and commitment to our community and the environment that makes this site very attractive to Virgin Hyperloop because they share our values for sustained growth. As we move forward with economic growth, we will work together and do so in a way that protects and enhances the existing community, including solutions for water, sewer, broadband, and housing, all while protecting and enhancing the current environment. We are excited to be part of the team that puts West Virginia on the map as the best place to live, work, and play. Thank you again, and I look forward to working with all of you as we combine the best of America's hometown traditions with all the advances of today and tomorrow. Now, I would like to introduce Congresswoman Carol Miller.
I am so excited to welcome Virgin Hyperloop to West Virginia. This partnership will have an incredible impact on our economy, creating modern jobs in everything from construction and infrastructure to technology and development. It will enable us to diversify and revitalize our state, building off of our energy heritage, establishing us as a hub for modern innovation and creating new opportunities for success in the 21st century economy. This partnership will bring West Virginia to the cutting edge of transportation solutions and create American technology that we can export throughout the world. Virgin Hyperloop, welcome to West Virginia. And now it's my pleasure to introduce my friend and colleague, Alex Mooney.
Hello, I'm Congressman Alex Mooney, and I'm proud to represent the 17 beautiful counties that comprise West Virginia's 2nd Congressional District. I'm very pleased West Virginia will be home to the Hyperloop Certification Center. This comes after a competitive national site selection process. There is no better place than West Virginia for high-tech, innovative transportation solutions. The HCC will create thousands of new jobs in West Virginia. Engineering, manufacturing, operation, and maintenance jobs will all boost the local economy here in West Virginia. It is expected that over 13,000 local jobs will be created due to this new facility. This economic investment in the long term will be a great benefit to West Virginians. I look forward to seeing the growth in the region due to the Hyperloop Certification Center. American-made technology will be produced right here in West Virginia. Our mountain state can boast of technology, innovation, and the 21st century transportation solutions, all to keep America strong and prosperous. Welcome to West Virginia. Now I'd like to introduce my colleague from the 1st Congressional District, Congressman David McKinley.
Thank you. And good morning. My name is David McKinley. And my congressional district includes Tucker and Grant County, the new home to the Virgin Hyperloop Certification Center. I'm honored today to join Governor Justice, our senators, and Drs. Gee and Gilbert, in extending a warm welcome into transportation. This further diversification of West Virginia's economy will create thousands of new jobs, engineering, maintenance, and other related fields. So as we launch our partnership today, let's just remember, as we West Virginians have a strong sense of pride. My own roots go back to 7 generations here. We're proud of our state and aren't afraid to show it. Whether it's singing country roads after a mountaineer win or showing off its natural beauty of our state to others, you can feel that deep sense, that connection we have with our home. So as Governor Justice already stated, West Virginians are resilient, resourceful, hardworking, and loyal. We are proud of the role West Virginia has played in making America great, providing the timber, the coal, the petrochemicals, and the steel that powered our economy over the years. Looking to the future, West Virginia has been pivoting to become a member, to becoming a center of innovation and research. You've heard it from the other speakers, vital for the 21st century. For those of us who are from West Virginia, understand the pull that it has for us in this state. And for those of you that are new to West Virginia, this video you're about to watch will give you a sense of why we feel this way. So West Virginia is a place that will always welcome you home, even if you're just arriving. Thank you. God bless.
Over 150 years ago, it was a dark time.
But the people of Western Virginia chose a bold path forward.
They chose to come together and forge a new identity, West Virginia.
This new home would be different.
It would transform potential into reality through hard work,
Determination,
and education.
I know of no state whose people feel more strongly, who have a greater sense of pride in themselves, in their state, and in their country than the people of West Virginia.
People here have learned to lead, to create, to innovate, and to heal.
Generation after generation have stood together against uncertain times
and come out stronger,
smarter,
better.
No matter the terrain, West Virginians have always been unafraid to go first into uncharted territories.
To change, evolve,
Grow wiser,
and to welcome others into our hills as they find their own path.
Their own purpose.
Whether it's at home or across the world,
The West Virginians are advancing education,
Healthcare,
and prosperity for all.
Because we know progress demands bold action, and the future is only as strong as we are.
for the next 150 years and beyond, we will go forward.
We will go first.
We will go together.
Welcome to Almost Heaven, West Virginia. Welcome home.